I ran to the door to block the hole from the guard.
What you been doing in there?
I'm just standing right in front of the window so he can't see the hole in the cell. I'm willing to do whatever it takes now, to put everything I've got on the table in order to get my freedom. Once I pushed up the hatch, it was dark up there. No light, just a light coming up from my cell. I wanted to see if there was room enough for me to crawl around up there. I knew that if they called me and the cell looked empty, I had some time because I think I was using the toilet. I was expecting that once I got the hole open, that I would instantly see a ray of sunshine, some light shining in. But actually, when I'm crawling around, I can't make anything out. I was pretty much heartbroken that there didn't seem a way out from the ceiling cavity. I'd been working for 3 weeks, and I mean, I'm lucky enough to go that long without them discovering any of the cutting in the ceiling. It was like, you want to give in. You become real depressed, like your whole world just collapsed. Then, something told me, hey, you came this far, I just gotta keep fighting. I'm thinking, there's got to be a way out to that vent I saw when I came into the prison. So maybe, just above my cell, was another level which will lead to that vent. I didn't want to rely on just hearing the 3 buzzers. I knew they came around every 30 minutes, so I'd give myself just 25, and I'd count it out, second by second. 1, 2, 3, 4. I started pushing on the roof and started beating on it. And I noticed that it wasn't the absolute top of the roof. I'm thinking, there's something above this. So I broke a piece of metal off of something that was up there and started, chiseling.
Hey, Vincent, you still thinking it right we taking over the Iraqi nation?
We got every right to be over there.
I was always looking for ways to create some kind of a distraction so I could get back up into the roof space.
Come on, the war was a setup, Vincent. You know that, man. That's a setup. You know that was a setup, man.
So I started working away at the roof. Before I knew it, I made a hole in it. To my surprise, it started to get air. But I said, this has to be it. Then I felt a little piece of cotton or insulation that came back through. And then, I got a little bit excited and I made the hole big enough where I could stick my head through. And there it was.
This is a dramatized account of a prison break based on letters and phone calls with escapee Quawntay Adams. He's just cut a hole in the steel ceiling of his cell.
I seen that light, and I'm like, that's what I was looking for. I got happy. I got happy as hell. I seen that light, I'm like, hell, there they are. The vents I was looking for. All that stood between me and freedom was some metal I could cut through in a few seconds with my blade. But I needed to spend time up there, watching and planning. I was gonna make a rope out of my blanket, cut open the vent and scale down the building. I didn't want to get out of the prison and be stuck with no place to go. I wanted to make sure that I would have a ride. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I had to carjack or take something from some innocent person.
Look at all this ball, huh? Look at you.
I could have called someone from back home to pick me up, but when I escaped, I was anticipating the police would put everyone I knew and trusted under surveillance.
You down.
So that was a real problem. And then, I got lucky.
I got the number of this girl. 40-year-old single white female.
Looking to correspond with single black male.
Yeah, that sounds good. I guess I'll do it. Well, this is the first time in my life I wish I was a black man.
I obviously was feeling lonely and I just wanted someone to take care of. I've dated pretty much every race there is, except black men. And I just wanted to see if they were different than, the white, the Caucasian man, the Asian man, and the Indian man, and the Puerto Rican man that I dated.
Maybe you should give her a call, Quawntay.
She might just be my ride. Another inmate told me, if you could get into your phone and move the jacks around, you could pretty much get free calls. It meant they wouldn't be able to trace who you were making calls to, though I couldn't be totally sure about that.
Hello. And I heard this most angelic voice come over the phone, and he's like,
I saw your ad in the newspaper.
Oh, hello.
and it was just so sweet.
You wouldn't correspond with inmate?
You know, I will. Okay.
So what do you do? I mean, what do you do for fun? How do you keep yourself busy?
I just made up stories, basically.
You know, there's a lot of parties that we go to around here.
And I thought that he would like me more if I did that. He was just tired of the jail game. He just wanted to find someone and be in a stable home environment. He liked older women. It was like he was a little boy just needing his mommy. But I did have a love for him.
What she wanted from me? I guess she wanted to hang out with me, a date or whatever, and probably sex and different things like that.
Told me that he was in Alton, and I'm like, oh, that's not that far, I want to come see you. He didn't want me to come.
I told her not to come. Because I'm thinking if she does come to the prison, she'll have to leave her address, license details. She'll be leaving a trail.
I'm here to see Quawntay Adams.
I don't know if I'm really that naive and gullible or if he just had some kind of charismatic power over me that I just wasn't thinking right. I just had in my head that he was a sweet, innocent person that had been wrongly imprisoned.
All right, come with me.
Hey, Rocky,
Mike came and said
you got a visitor.
I wasn't expecting her.
What's she look like?
He pretty much put the thumbs down like, you're not going to be happy what she looks like. I didn't care what she looked like. She had pretty much an open mind and an open spirit. So that was a good thing to me. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I was gonna dress trashy.
It's okay. I prefer classy to trashy.
Thanks.
He asked me to stand up and turn around.
Okay.
I guess so he could check out the merchandise, I don't know.
If this window was big enough, there are no bars there, no guards around me, I would jump through.
Well, you let me know if you decide to do that, and I'll be there to catch you.
So, I took that as a sign that if I want to leave here, you're going to be here to give me a ride or to take me or hide me or whatever.
I remember tracing his lips on the glass. But I thought he was very handsome, and it was just his voice. His voice is what just really touched my heart, my soul.
How was he?
Hey, show me your booty. Give me some imagination for tonight.
Sometimes he would, call me like 2 or 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Hello? Oh, hey.
I never could figure out how he was able to do that.
Yeah, sure, that would be great. I'd like to come back.
He was telling me, he had a lot of faith in his lawyer that, he had been unjustly incarcerated and that he would be getting out.
Hey, Quawntay, how's your girlfriend?
I didn't completely trust the phone, even though I had rigged it. So I needed to find another way of getting information to Tanya. I mouthed to her a few things that I was going to be leaving in the next few days. She read my lips and I told her that I need a ride.
He showed me an envelope. He was holding an envelope, and he was pointing to the stamp on the envelope repeatedly to let me know that there was a message under the envelope. But I was thinking it was, I love yous, sexual innuendos or something to that effect.
She pretty much looked and said, okay, yeah, I know. I get your meaning. I was breaking my golden rule. You can't trust anybody. That's probably the worst decision I made right there.
Quawntay Adams is attempting to break out of Alton Jail, Illinois. He's hidden a secret message for Tonya Goodwin underneath a stamp.
I walked out the door and got in the car, and then immediately I looked under the stamp of the envelope. I was expecting secret I love yous. It had on there, if Quawntay calls or anyone from my family calls and says that I'm getting out, then I need you to pick me up at the corner of Washington and Broadway. It was a little, downheartening.
I pretty much had everything covered now. But one thing bothered me, the 30-minute checks. I needed more time than that to get away before the alarm was raised. I thought maybe I could construct some sort of a dummy so it would look like I was sleeping in my bed when they came on their rounds. I'm thinking I'm going to be leaving soon. It'll probably work.
Hello? Oh, hey.
I'm probably going to be getting out soon.
I felt very scared knowing that he was going to be released soon.
Okay.
I was afraid that he wasn't going to be able to get a job and we would become agitated with each other, and I was just worried about how our cohabitation was going to work out. I told him, I said,
You can stay in the spare room.
and he's like,
No, I want to stay in your room.
and I'm like, are you sure?
I was still wondering what to do about the dummy when I caught a break. One day, when I got my laundry bag, there were extra clothes in there. So I filled up the pants and the top with the insulation that I found in the roof. And then I took a cracker box to make the head and a chest piece for the nose. Then I took a t-shirt and made a do-rag to put over the head. I was planning to have the head face away from the camera anyway. I made the pieces